Kperogi lists three burdens Tinubu will be confronted with if he wins 2023 elections. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Media scholar Prof. Kperogi on Saturday said Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress APC, would be hamstrung by multiple burdens if he becomes president in 2023. News reports that, according to Kperogi, if Tinubu emerges president in 2023, he, like other candidates, will have a more difficult country to govern than any president since at least 1999. United States scholar who shared his view in his weekly column listing Tinubu's health condition as a strong would advise Senator Kashim Shettima as some of the imminent hindrances the former Lagos State governor will battle in the event if he triumphs at the polls in 2023. Bola Tinubu's presidency will hamstrung by multiple burdens. The first is a moral one. His U.S. drug for future in the 1990s, which is now more public knowledge than it has ever been, would perpetually undermine his moral authority as a president. He is also clearly physically and mentally unwell and would have a surrogate presidency that will be worse than the Buhari's. But it would be a factious surrogate presidency. Remi Tinubu, his wife, would head one faction. Sheyi Tinubu, who I learned isn't the son of Remi, would head another. In other words, it would be another Buhari presidency, except that it would be on steroids. It will become clear that the fears about a Muslim presidency were groundless since both Remi and Sheyi are Christians. I also foresee an open confrontation between Kashim Shettima and Tinubu's inner circle, and the confrontation will assume a regional coloration. Shettima is a studious, strong-willed, and self-assured personality who will revolt against his exclusion, unlike Yemi Osibanjo. It will not take long for the knot to sour on Tinubu and for regional anomalies to ensue, Kperogi wrote. I like your opinion, though. I like the way you came and you brought these things out. I doubt if they are going to be allowing Remi Tinubu and Sheyi to head some sections. I doubt. Since we are talking about presidential seat, we're not talking about a governor seat. We are talking about a presidential seat. We're not talking about a governor seat. So I don't know. I don't think. I've never heard of somebody who came in and, his wife and son, kind of were helping. It's not going to go down well. That pill is going to be a very difficult pill for Nigerians to swallow. Then, even if it happens, just like you said, just like Kperogi said, yeah, man, it's going to be a hard pill for Shettima as well, for him to sit down or for him to just, give. No, impossible. This is why I'm saying that, what's it called? A vote for Tinubu is certainly, to me, it is most certainly a vote for Shettima. There is nothing you can do about it. If Tinubu does not do his head, that's Yawa go gas. And Yawa go gas for his head, nobody for, maybe send for our head. So Nigerians, instead of all these gas boosts, we have somebody, not even somebody, we have people, other presidential candidates who did the right thing, who were considerate about the rule of law, the federal character, the separation of powers and all those things, the religion-wise, trouble. They were very, very cautious so that they don't have any ethnic or religious crisis. Other than someone who know, and even when he was told, even before Tinubu finally picked his running mate, where he had a placeholder, people were ringing it in his ears that, we don't do Muslim tickets. It's not like he did not know. And then he went on to do it anyway, just to damn the consequences. The consequences will not be damned on us. Now him will damn him. If you understand what I mean. For those who are just finding out Osibanjo, do you now see now that Osibanjo, this is actually an exposure, the Osibanjo, then they press in neck, they don't allow him to breathe well, then they choke him, they restrict in airflow. If not, that man would do a lot. Because I was one of those who come out to say, in fact, safe. Waiting this man they do safe going. Waiting they do for dear. Now we just become clear, saying they choke this guy. And it is not supposed to be like that. If the presidency and the vice presidency is not on the same page, then there's going to be a problem, or there are going to be problems. If you want to have a perfect, wonderful leadership, the presidency and the vice should be on the same page. In fact, if their bond is very unbreakable, I dey tell you, it go hard. It go hard make cabal come for their midst. Anyway, you start having cabals is when the president does not trust or does not believe, or the president's will is not in harmony with the vice president. So that is when you start having cabals everywhere, because then too they no match, they no go well. You understand? But if the presidency and the vice presidency, both of them, they have harmony of purpose, I tell you, I no see the kind of cabal wey go fit break there too. Because if this one is not around, this one will take over automatically. In fact, the written this thing go not even dey there as templates. Maybe say them fit send go anywhere. Do you understand? So me, like I said earlier before, I was one of those that I was always complaining about, the VP. I was saying even though as a VP, we're supposed to be seeing his work. Like people are saying, the vice president and the president, they are both the same. What are they doing? Most especially Sibanjo, they're killing the Christians, There are people who are complaining and are bringing in that, opinion. Why is it like this? Why is it that the BP is quiet? Now, this article to me is an eye-opener to such questions. So, Kperogi knew Osibanjo was not the revolting type when he wrote to Marlene, the VP, in his bid for the presidential candidature. Kperogi may be talking sense here. I share his fears. This Kperogi, what is his name, should paddle his own canoe. I don't understand. But when he maligned Osibanjo in favor of aspirants before the primaries, he was you guys' favorite and it's making sense. When it's now the opposite, he's talking nonsense. This is the reason Nigeria is where it is today. Because we only agree with what favors us and not about being objective. And we are supposed to be sticking with what is right, not what favors us. Meaning, if somebody is coming out for the presidency, if that person, they share money they give us, and the person knows sabi the work, it just be like, you come inside, you be tailor, but you share money, then you don't come sabi so. Me, I will come give you my clothes. If I know say no sabi so, if you like, they share 1 million naira, give your customer, or they give your customer gift, you no consign me. I go share, give my clothes to tailor, we go sew clothes. Let me that scenario. Okay, whether he faces pressures or challenges, what matters is that he must win the election. And I dislike rather people who are not objective in their thinking. Look at what this person is saying. Whether he faces problems or challenges, what matters is that he must win. That is the problem here. And I think I'm beginning to agree with some people's school of thought. Some people believe that you see those who are clamoring for the presidency, that they don't mind if the leader is bad. So far, say the person is from their side, and to me, it is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, I have to say this. It is the dumbest thing. It better make person come inside this country, even if the person from Mars or Pluto make the person come. So far, say the person will make this country better. I no mind. Not that you now have somebody from the country, the country just they go anyhow. Do you understand?